Lazima tuchome. Lazima tusichome, kuja tunachome.
Unachoma kwa nini?
Lazima tuchome.
Unachoma kwa nini?
Bila mtu masko. Hii chama ilitudanganya. Bila mtu alitukon kupitia chama cha UDA. Na leo tumeamua harusi ya kisiasa kati ya UDA na Gema imefika mwisho. When a political marriage between UDA and Gema leo ndio imefika mwisho. Leo ndio imefika mwisho. Imefika mwisho. UDA imekwisha Gema. UDA imekwisha. UDA imekwisha. UDA imekwisha.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are young men actually closing shops symbolically as far as UDA in Mount Kenya is concerned. If you listen to what they are saying that the marriage between UDA and Gema has come to an end and they don't want to hear anything about UDA. So this one means completely that William Samoei Ruto must do something to win the hearts of other communities, because we know very well that it is the Gema nation and the Kalenjin nation that propelled him to State House. How he's going to take this, how he's going to win this, maybe, in politics, a day is so long. So we still have time, but I don't see him winning the mountain again. When you see them stepping on those t-shirts, when you see them burning those t-shirts, it tells you it is finished. It has come to an end. On the other hand, I noted that Kimani Ichung'wah is actually talking about the way people are referring to him as Ruto's wife. And when you look at it, you realize that Kimani Ichung'wah is saying this well outside Mount Kenya. This is something that he cannot say well in Mount Kenya. Before I give a critical analysis of the state of the politics in the mountain, because that is where I want us to focus, I want you first to listen to what Kimani Ichung'wah was saying here.
Mliona bunge tulifanya hiyo? Tuendelee na rais, tusiendelee? Na mtu wa kucheza na rais ati ni muangalie macho kwa macho hivi tuangaliane, mtu wa kucheza na huyu rais hata waseme ati mimi ni bibi ya rais. Sinasikia huko kwa mitandao ananiita bibi ya Ruto. Si wanajua bibi ya mheshimiwa rais. Lakini watu kanane, mimi ukicheza na hii serikali na huyu rais na huyu naibu wake, ni mimi na wewe mundu huu. Niendelee ama nikome? Niendelee. Ati nani? Huyo akutembea. Akikuja kutembea nitembeze yeye. Atembee asitembee. Atembee asitembee. Na mumwambie mimi sio mtu wa kutishatishwa. Tulikuwa na wengi. Asanteni, kongoi mizing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I talked to a number of people who are in politics. And one thing is shocking me. I was not expecting this. But according to according to a number of people who are very close to Rigathi Gachagua might vie for the presidency. Rigathi Gachagwa's name is likely to be on the ballot. People may argue that he has been barred by the Constitution. There's nothing like that. Nothing like that. Gachagua is out of office, but his case is not yet over. The case is still going on. Unless the court uphold his impeachment, if elections were to be held today, nothing would stop Rigathi Gachagua from vying for the presidency. Nothing. I know what people have been trying to do is to look at the case of Mike Mbuvi Sonko, where he was barred from contesting for the gubernatorial position because he had already been impeached. But you see, for Sonko, the case had already been concluded. The argument from the legal circles around Rigathi Gachagua is that they hold the case, they continue delaying the cases in court until the elections are held. And that is how Gachagua is going to be on the ballot. But if you remember, there was a time that Gachagua said that the Gema nation has no debts to anybody. Does not owe anybody anything. Wakasema deni wamelipa. I want us to look at this thing very critically, because if you ask me, this is not a very wise move. I think what Gachagua should have done is to support somebody like Natebea, or somebody like Kalonzo, or somebody like Okiya Mtata. That would have been the best thing, and that way he would have won in the morning. But the argument they have is that they want Gachagua to be on the ballot, then they negotiate from there. They negotiate where Gachagua is on the ballot as a coalition, and he hoped to have so many member of parliaments. In fact, his Munyoro home has been turned into a political home of meeting interested candidates. Today I noted he met so many young leaders who want to vie for the MCA from the region. So with this idea of Kikuyus having a presidential candidate, although Kikuyus have always had a candidate, is not something that I would actually advocate. Because this is what Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi employed in, is it 1992? Yes. And he ensured that the community had two strong candidates. That was Moi Kibaki, and there was also Matiba, Stanley Jido Matiba. And the votes were divided. But these guys are arguing that if Gachagua is going to vie, definitely, there's nobody who is going to get 50+1 vote. That is the argument. And then, number one, number two, in this case, Gachagua is likely to be number two in this case, according to the argument. He can actually work for a coalition as number two, and he can also decide to support number one without even going for full elections, and they win and form the government, and that will the Gema nation will be totally in government. When I look at this idea, I see it is selfish in nature. You know, what we need to do is that we need to have a leader who have the interests of the nation at heart. I'm not saying that Gachagua has no interest of the nation at heart. That one is debatable, and this is very subjective. What we are saying here, if they want to remove William Samoei Ruto from power, they should come up with a method whereby, Kikuyus numerically have huge number of votes, and they constitute about a third of the Kenyan population. So anybody who can get a third of the votes in Kenya, I think if those votes are put in one basket, that person is likely to win in the morning. So when I look at the way Gachagua is taking the people, it is good. It is good because it's mobilizing Kenyans. These are Kenyans against William Samoei Ruto's policies and administration. But when you look at it, other communities are also likely to rally behind somebody else, and the Kikuyus may be left on their own. Kikuyus on their own cannot win the presidency. The truth be told, Kikuyus on their own cannot go to State House. They need the backing of maybe the Luhya nation or another community. And I think time has come now to bring somebody who I would refer to as an outsider, somebody who is liberal in mind. We need somebody who has not been in government, previous governments for long, who was not in Kano. We need somebody who was not in NAC. We need somebody who was not in UDA. In fact, we need somebody who has the interests of this nation at heart. We need somebody with a revolution mind. We need somebody who actually can call a spade a spade. We need somebody who is going to fight corruption and slay the dragon of corruption. We need somebody who is going to say that anybody who steals public money should go to jail. Somebody who is going to move Kenya to the next stage. Because when I look at William Samoei Ruto is not going to bring any meaningful change in this country. Because already he has been in office for now almost 3 years. There's nothing you can talk about. What we are seeing is William Samoei Ruto, the politician, always politicking, always looking for votes, always hunting for votes. And that is why you see him here when Kimani Ichung'wah is here. Not when Kimani Ichung'wah says that he's going to face Natembeya head on. When you look at William Samoei Ruto is just smiling. He's very happy to hear that. But if I may ask you, how is the opposition going to defeat William Samoei Ruto? Is it going to defeat William Samoei Ruto through Gachagua? Is it going to defeat William Samoei Ruto through Natembeya? And I think the way I look at things, Kenyans are likely to make an independent decision, and they are going to rally behind one strong candidate. That candidate most likely will be Fred Matiang'i or Natembeya. I don't know what you think. That is just my opinion. But the truth of the matter is that Gema want to have Gachagua as a presidential candidate. Bye-bye.